another minute or so, everybody can make their way to the center of the room. We'll get this party started.
Hey guys, thank you so much for coming to Digitas and our 9th CHIVR event. We're really happy to have you guys here. Want to hand it off and kind of first introduce the panel, and then have Keith talk a little bit more about what you guys are doing here at Digitas. This is Keith. He's the VP of Technology here at Digitas.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Dan is the co-founder, also working in the UX space, 3D, and we're working on Lifelong. Right? We've got Chris Morrison-COO-Robo also a co-founder. August is the Unity developer working at InContext Solution. Research and development to be exact. And we've got Ted as part of Helios. Awesome. Cool. So I'm going to hand this off to Keith to kind of hand it off and tell us a little bit more about what they're doing here in the VR space.
Thank you. Welcome everyone. Thanks for coming. Welcome to Digitas, LBI. I've been here for 10 years and I call it Digitas, okay? It's Digitas. There's no LBI. We are a global digital advertising agency. We specialize in global, but we do a whole lot here. And we've got a really long history in digital. Really, this is kind of our core competencies here at Digitas. Data and technology is right at the top right now, and I think if you go around to a lot of advertising agencies, they're going to say, yeah, we know big data and we know technology. Well, it's been in our DNA since the 80s when we started this agency. We really know it real well. Needless to say, there are some incredibly brilliant creative folks that walk these halls and halls all across North America and the globe. And we are also world-renowned experts in digital media. Okay, that's who we are. We're an advertising agency. Great. We've got 6,000 global employees, 40 offices worldwide. We're big, I guess, worldwide. But when this David and Goliath, right? I think we're large, we're global, but we think small, nimble like a startup. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of how we put that into action with our labs team here in Chicago. A whole lot of capabilities. I'll just leave this up there, but from brand marketing to creative to search engine marketing, technology, project management, we kind of cover it all and do it really well. This is far and away what we are most proud of here at Digitas, and that's our culture and our people. You may have seen at the entrance, in our logo, in masks around here, our mascot is the unicorn. So you guys, yes, it's a unicorn. And really that speaks to our culture and our people, because really unicorns don't exist, and they're magical. And we make magic work here. I know. They don't really exist, except here at Digitas. We've been named to the Ad Age Best Places to Work, the Crane's Best Places to Work, all of these. And really, like I said, I've been here 10 years, and that's why. I absolutely love working here at Digitas. I love the people, the inclusiveness, and the camaraderie, and the clubs, and the openness we have here for every employee is really unparalleled in the advertising world, and I'm super proud of that. The work. So yeah, we do work. We don't just like drink and party and go to dinner and whatever. But we deliver some really amazing work. And there's a lot of folks here tonight that have won some of the awards up here on this board. Effie Awards, Cannes Lion Grand Prix, Clio Awards. I may be talking to like not much of an advertising crowd. These are good awards. But yeah, really, And I'm really proud of, in particular, the work that we win awards for. And just last week, we won a One Show Gold, great award to win, for a program we did for Whirlpool. And what we did was we heard that kids in schools are less likely to attend or have lower attendance rates if they don't have clean clothes. And Whirlpool is one of our clients. And so the aha moment was, what if we just put washers and dryers in schools? Could we affect the attendance rates? And we did. We put washers and dryers in over 50 schools. Attendance rates went up across the board, and it was real, actual change. We're super proud of that program, and that's the type of work that we really, every day makes it worthy to come to work. So, the work. Thank you. We work with Fortune 500 companies, so when you work here, you get to work on some really cool brands, like Taco Bell and eBay and PlayStation, Whirlpool, Miller Coors, Dunkin' Donuts, American Express. That's right, cheers.
It's not a Miller
Cheers to Miller Coors.
It's not a Miller
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yes, I love it.
But, that's what makes it really fun to come here. You get to work on some big brands that want to do big global things. Within the halls here at Digitas, and also globally, we have a Digitas Labs team, which I am a part of. And this Labs team is responsible for all kinds of really cool things that we do here to try to push advertising technology forward. Prototyping, research and development, publication in articles and Adweek and HuffPo and all that kind of stuff. Strategic partnerships with the likes of Google and Facebook and whoever else comes out tomorrow, I don't know. And ideation and strategy. And this labs team is where a lot of the work you're going to see tonight, the VR work, that came from the blood, sweat, and tears of this labs team excuse me, over the course of the last 4 to 5 years doing research on VR and what works and what doesn't and what's cool and what's not, and some really great ideas that some of the folks came up with that we then sold into clients for VR. So I'll talk about in a sec what we're going to see. That labs team, like I mentioned, taps into a global network of technologists. So just like myself and some of the folks in the back here, at any point, we can reach out to somebody in LA or New York or India or Paris and say, hey, we've got this brief or this thing this client wants. Give us some ideas, or what prototypes and R&D have you guys been working on? Share it back out with everybody across the globe. We do a really great job of sharing that work and publicizing it and monetizing it, which is what matters, I guess. A very cool, so now getting into VR a little bit and where we're at with in VR, because I know that's what you guys are interested in. Last year, Digitas put their money where their mouth is with regard to VR and said, we believe VR is on the level of every other content out there right now. And 10 years ago, we started a concept called the Digital Content New Fronts. The New Fronts, out of that, has become a big media event where digital marketers can go out and meet with content creators, come up with these big content ideas. And the TV networks do the same thing with upfronts. Well, we launched last year our new reality virtual showcase. It's a very similar event that we hosted in New York with the likes of Frame Store and Missing Pieces, and New York Times, Media Lab. And we brought all these content creators together to showcase their work and put them in direct contact with our clients to hatch ideas right there in the room. And coming out of that event, we had three new VR pieces that we're going to show out tonight. So, where we believe in VR here at Digitas, the power of virtual reality, augmented reality, and how that's going to transform how we consume content. So this is a little bit of a reel of our VR work. you can grab this chainsaw, it's an HTC5 setup, and saw those branches on those logs. This is the Whirlpool Interactive Kitchen of the Future. We concepted what a kitchen will look like in 5 years and recreated it in virtual reality. Behind the scenes of NASCAR with Miller Lights, we went into the Penske garage, filmed them actually practicing these pit stops with a 360 camera. Dead Air, which came out of the new reality, launched their 2018 brand new line of products exclusively in VR. This is our newest piece of work that just came out. These don't even exist yet, but they exist in VR. That's why we did VR. So these were all, that's an all CGI piece of, like Ponce and don't exist yet. Last year, at the beginning of 2016, is anyone familiar with the OnePlus brand of phones? We launched the OnePlus 3 exclusively in VR, and you had to go through this VR experience to unlock the code to get the pre-order. We sold out of all the pre-orders quickly. It's a high-tech consumer. That's the space station that you get teleported to get your code. Right? You have to do a series of puzzles to get to the unlock code. And this one, we just won one show silver for Duncan What a Fast. We strapped the 360 camera to a helicopter and had this woman, which you'll see in a second, fly through the air in a wingsuit with the helicopter following her. And at the end, if you saw it in the commercial, she grabbed a bag of Dunkin' Donuts out of the air. It's crazy. Yeah, that's some of the stuff we worked on over the last year. So. We've worked on these and put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into these. Just a second, talking about how we approach VR and really our lens on it here at Digitas is, we service brands. So our entire thinking goes into how can we represent a brand in virtual reality? How can we bring a brand experience to life? So while I, and I'm sure these guys back here would love to build, just the best zombie killing game in virtual reality ever created, that's not what we're asked to do here. So a lot of the work we do is very much brand experience. But but that's really where we want to push VR forward. And where we think there's a whole lot of awesome opportunity is in VR, you can create any brand experience you want. You can put a user in any scene, any place, at any point in time in history, give them some Vive controllers, and let them interact physically with this virtual environment. And we absolutely love that. I'll speed through this, but this game, which we're going to have set up right here, is the Limberjack game. We launched last year on Steam. It's a free game as a piece of branded content. Yes, a Swedish chainsaw brand just launched a virtual reality logging game. Headline, that's a headline that writes itself. So you'll be able to go ahead and try this out. And really, this game is a product that came out of our Sweden VR lab.
Is there haptic feedback on that thing?
We don't have the actual chainsaw here tonight. Oh, so I should have put it actual chainsaw, not included. But yes, that installation had a for real chainsaw. But you'll be able to get your hands on it over here. And just an example of how we can put free content out there. Steam gives you an awesome distribution channel. We'll probably talk about some of the other distribution channels, but just put it out there and let people experience it. And then we did Oh, right, we turned pink for October, the chainsaw. I'm going to end this on a little bit of a sales pitch, but unicorns wanted. We are hiring here at Digitas. Art directors, UX designers. If you know data, you probably will hire you. Social media planners, search marketing and SEO, like a lot of job listings for those. We're looking for a VP architect in technology. We're hiring for HR, admin, and we would love to have some of the folks from the CHIVR community join us here as unicorns. So log onto our website, mention CHIVR in your application, or come find me tonight, and I can get you connected. And I just want to end on thank you, and I'll jump back up here at the end and tell you a little bit about some of the demos we've got going on tonight. But thank you. Thank you for coming.
Awesome. And just to let you guys know, CHIVR stands for CHIVR, Chicago VR. I am the founder of CHIVR. It was originally Dan, August, and I, the three of us, that kind of came together and said, hey, you know what, we don't have a good meetup community here in the VR space that would bring people together for big ideas. We do have a couple of other meetups that are moving and going strong, but our mission was just to bring people together in various tech or advertising shop once a month to talk tech, pretty much. So really excited to have you guys here, and the turnout is awesome, and I see some familiar faces, so thank you so much for coming out. I'm going to hand it off back to Keith. Tell us a little bit about the demos you've got going on.
Yeah, sure. So as I mentioned, we're going to have the Husqvarna Limberjack game. We've got, in the front, you probably saw as you walked in, our mixed reality live streaming studio. We've got some amazing artists that are going to be doing some tilt brush art, streaming it live out on Facebook. And we'll give some people a chance to jump in there and do some tilt brush art too. We're super excited for that. Right around the corner here is our innovation lab, our maker lab. And we've got a whole host of Gear VR and Daydream demos, the Gen Air work you saw, the Miller Lite work you saw, the Duncan work, pretty much everything in iReal we've got in the lab, as well as a HoloLens, if anyone wants to demo that out. And then Rock Band. Over here.
That's fun. Also, you got a mixed reality setup as well. Tell us a little about that. That's fun, right?
Yeah. Has anyone here seen a mixed reality video online? Anything like that? So, yeah, pretty good. I expected.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the breakdown, dumb down. What is mixed reality?
So, mixed reality is putting you in the virtual reality. And we're using a green screen. And basically what we do and what some really awesome hobbyists and experts have done is they built tools to let you split up the views in Unity into background and foreground. And so with something like Tilt Brush, you can overlay everything you see and the person in that environment. So, and then layer it all on top so it looks just like someone's walking around in the VR game. So a lot of people put out mixed reality content. I think all the big VR developers right now are creating mixed reality reels of their game to showcase how it works and how you play it. And I've seen a guy play Fruit Ninja like he was Bruce Lee. It was hilarious and awesome. And that's what you do. And then what you can do with the free OBS software, open broadcasting software, is broadcast it live out to Facebook. So you can put all the pieces together, layer it, and then push it out to Facebook Live.
Awesome. Thanks for going into detail on that. Ted, tell us a little bit about your demo and what you're doing here.
Yeah, definitely. My name is Ted Parisot. I'm here with Helios Visions. We're an aerial data collection company. We use drones to do aerial mapping, and we'll be demoing some 3D models. We've been working with brands like Walsh Construction, Related Midwest, and what we found is all about the data. And the data that we've used to create these 3D models is then brought into virtual reality in a data visualization type of way. And then augmented reality is another place that we're looking to go to as well to overlay that data on real world environment. So stop by the booth here and check out the demos.
Awesome. August?
Oh, yeah, so I want to kind of talk about two things and maybe open it up.
Well,
I'm just doing it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. So, in the past couple weeks, I've been working on mobile VR and trying to figure out how to get our content onto a mobile phone. And I'm going to be demoing what I kind of came up with and talk about some of the challenges I had with getting content working on a mobile phone. I work for a company called InContext Solutions. We do virtual retail store simulations, so like virtual Walgreens, Walmarts, Targets, and we also work with brands. We have some of the same clients actually, and we have a web app that where you see these stores in 3D. You walk through a store, you place products and shelves and stuff like that. We're also exploring virtual reality because we have all this 3D content already. What can we do in VR, and what can we do in mobile VR?
Awesome, thank you. Chris.
Hello, I'm Christoper Morrison. I own a boutique production company. We specialize in using drones for video production. We also create virtual reality content, 360 videos, and traditional multimedia and digital assets for brands. And I'm one of the leaders of CHIVR.
Hey, so I guess I don't have anything to demo tonight, but for some of you who are regular members, you know that I demoed the game I've been working on for numerous times for the first 10 or I don't know how many, 6 or 8, however many meetups. It's called Life of Lana. It is a VR story science fantasy game. And it's looking like we're going to release the Chapter 1 alpha. I guess I hesitate to call it alpha, but it's going to be the Chapter 1 for free on Steam at the end of this month. So it is a big deal because it's been 2.5 years in the making for a 10-minute experience. So it's a lot of work. When you bootstrap, it's a lot of work to do a very small amount of content. So if you want to know about the suffering that goes into, we can talk about that after the thing. And also I wanted to ask, is there anyone here that has not tried any virtual reality of any kind at all yet? Here, one. I got a few people back there. So make sure you guys are like right up the front in the lines to try it out. Yeah, because you got to try it. I mean, it's like.
And don't be shy, just cut the line.
Yeah, just cut the line. I haven't done it.
I'm a first man. Yeah, just do it. Trust me.
Thank you.
Awesome. I put all this together, so if you have any ideas for...
Thank you.
So if you guys have a really cool office space and you guys want to host a CHIVR event, it's totally free and it's awesome. So come talk to me. Also, if you want to volunteer or pitch in, we're thinking about doing something with workshops and having one workshop a month where people can just come and actually try the technology at hand for free and for fun and just get involved. So talk to me if you have any kind of involvement going on and we'll take it from there.
And I want to say one thing too. On the West Coast and a lot of other places, they're charging for their VR meetups. And I'm not trying to be too critical of that, but I think just want to spread the seed, the idea that I think information should be free. And information is the currency of the future, really. And it, you know, what kind of dystopian world are we looking at where maybe the only people that have money are the ones with the information? So I think everybody should have the information. So which is why our meetups are free. So, you know, we may have other things, workshops and other things that may cost money because they have some kind of associated other costs involved, but this meetup right here will be free. So please invite friends, and you know, we're trying to be inclusive and grow the community as big as we can.
Awesome. Now, VR trends in the news. There was just an announcement with HTC announced a full VR unit, no computer, no cords.
Yep.
So who knows all about that? Who wants to kind of chime in terms of that in the news right now?
I can bullshit about it.
How is that like progressive moving forward compared to what it was like before?
Well, let me just.
You gotta
Just bullshit a little bit. Alright. So HTC-VP, they announced their intention to release a standalone VR headset, right?
Late 2017.
Late 2017, you know, soon, TM, right? And it's gonna be Daydream compatible. So basically what it is, there's an Android, it's not a phone, it's a standalone hardware, and it's just a headset. and it's Daydream compatible, right? So that's cool. That's awesome. I mean, I see this as a really great opportunity for the Daydream ecosystem because Gear VR is huge. I think Samsung said there's 5 million Gear VRs sold. I don't know how many people are actually using them. But there's over like 700 apps for the Gear VR. The Daydream ecosystem is a little small still kind of decent. But so I see this as is good news for the Daydream ecosystem. And also, I heard from a little bird standing in the back there that there's going to be inside-out tracking. So yeah. So what that means is on the Gear VR and the Daydream right now, you only have rotational tracking, right? So if I got up and walked around, it wouldn't be reflected inside the headset, and that's weird.
I don't know if they even now said it'll have inside-out tracking.
This is a dirty rumor I heard from that guy over there.
I would be very surprised
You don't know
if
if it's 6 degrees of freedom?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
They
like
talk about it tilting.
Tilting and,
Yeah.
okay.
Up, down.
I'll believe it when I see it, but if it's true, there's a standalone headset that has positional tracking of any kind, that's huge news.
And
We'll see.
And I guess what makes it big is that with avatars, your personal avatars for social interaction within the HR, VR kind of space. So yeah.
I mean-
have you guys done anything with like social media, social engagement?
We've posted 360 videos.
Yeah.
That like barely counts as
Yeah.
VR. Just on the HTC device. It's great news because for VR developers and anyone else working on VR, we need headsets in the market, millions more. And if Google's gonna go, and I can only assume, and maybe the birdie knows, that they're gonna subsidize these headsets with your search money to get these out and to pump out the Daydream platform and VR and adoption and all that, then like thumbs up. Like specs aside and whatever it ends up being, getting headsets in the market, getting excited over VR. I can only assume late 2017 means Christmas and holidays.
Yeah.
So hey, thumbs up to that.
And just the use of headsets. A lot of people say, I just don't see myself buying one or using one. How do you overcome that? Is there any future development maybe in the AR space that will kind of combat that hesitation for people?
You're the ad guy, solve that problem.
I was gonna pass the mic.
I can bullshit my way through it.
Yeah. It's open. Preach.
Speaking to the average everyday user using VR, one thing that I've been really into lately is using the cardboard camera app, which is really interesting because
That's what we make.
Phone for a second.
okay, a cardboard. But
This is exactly what I was gonna say too.
Okay,
Why
yeah.
cardboard?
well, okay, but the thing about the cardboard camera app is actually kind of badly named because it doesn't. You don't have to use cardboard; you can use any headset. And the thing is that it pretty much works with any phone, even an iPhone. You can take a 3D 360 picture, and it has real 3D. It's not fake or anything. And so, anytime you want, even if you don't have a headset yet, you can take a VR picture. And so later on, when you do get a headset, or if you want to check it out with friends, you can have a full 3D 360 video or picture to look at. And it's really amazing just seeing this place you were at and getting the memories back from that. So it's a very personal way to connect with VR, and that's one thing I think that's going to drive it out.
So what you're saying there is like ease of use and
Absolutely.
and
Yeah, anyone can do it. Any smartphone that has a gyroscope, which is pretty much anything released in the last 2 or 3 years, you can just download the cardboard camera app and snap some pics. And yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I think that, what is going to drive adoption the most is. I think this is Tim Orth, by the way. He's our highest rated attendee.
Right, next meeting.
He's been in more than I have. So I mean, like, in terms of adoption, right? I mean, people say that it's going to follow the similar model that smartphones followed, right? And it's going to take a couple years, you know, for VR to be as ubiquitous as cell phones are.
Yeah, I feel like also there's probably the reality that we got to think about that Apple isn't really in the game yet, or it hasn't released a consumer product. So I think once that across that threshold, yeah, because I mean this is time immemorial. This is what Apple has done. They wait for everyone else to, you know, bloody themselves, and then they come in and do something sexy, and everyone's like, oh, you know, give me my money, here's my money.
Right.
So.
Can I ask the panel a question about that? Because we did get into this cardboard business about 4 months ago. We bought a company called Unofficial Cardboard. And our frustration, as we all know in this room, there's tons of great content, whether it's your free content you're talking about. YouTube has tens of thousands of pieces. How do we get people to go to this model, like you were saying? We've had a lot of companies, we've sold hundreds of thousands of units, but there's 5 million here. That's nothing. So our whole thing is, how do we get people to know there's cardboard out there for the brands, for the companies that have the content that's already on YouTube? How do we get them to buy our cardboard? That's what we've been trying to figure out over and over again.
I mean, advertising guy, you want to take this one?
I have an unfortunate answer, which is throwing money at it. We're pumping money into media to promote the content that we create, whether it's partnering with like the New York Times,
Right.
you're paying the New York Times to go out and create that content and then promote it on their channel. I think that whenever there's a new format or new media, it's when it's most expensive. And we're still in that era, right? Where you've got to pump a ton of money in to create this content. I think if it's easier to create the content, and I gotta say, Google and Facebook having skin in the game is absolutely critical, because that's where everybody is. So you need, I mean, media dollars right now are the way. And I haven't seen a viral VR hit.
I think, you know what, I think,
And that may come.
the New York Times cardboard
Yeah,
experience,
that was awesome.
that's kind of like, that's the white paper on how to do it, right? And how to get
Or
cardboard.
we've been trying to get into media, there's no question, because you're right, that's absolutely the way to go.
Yeah.
But what the strange thing is that people don't even know, the majority of people, and I guarantee a lot of people in this room know, on YouTube, if you touch that screen, it becomes VR. Most regular people that are not in this room, no idea. And that's the frustration for us, because we don't have the money to educate, but YouTube never educated anyone.
It's a frustration, but when I've been asked that question, what I tell people is like, would you right now, looking back 15 years, want people to see your website from 2002?
Good morning.
No. And I look at it as the VR content we're all creating right now. Would you want 100 million people to consume that content as it's created right now? And I would answer it similarly and say, not really, because I don't think we're not there. The technology has matured to the point where that content is at its peak. So like, I think we need to take a couple steps.
But you also know that there's so much great content out there that the average person that sees it for the first time, their jaw drops, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're still, was it John Carmack said, we're still riding on the novelty of VR.
Yes.
We need to figure out what happens after the novelty is run out. I mean, I still remember when the first iPhone came out, and my dad got one. I would get calls every other day on how to use this damn thing, right? And so it's kind of the same situation where, how do I use this damn VR thing? I don't know, it's too, I'm like, nah, right? And now my dad, I get fewer calls about his damn iPhone, right? The VR thing, it's the same thing, it's the same cycle, you know? Fortunately for me, my dad doesn't care about VR. Getting into school, and like, I don't have to help him, you know, find the right app or anything like that. But I mean, that is the populace needs to be educated, right? And it's I don't know how to solve that problem other than it's going to slowly seep into our collective consciousness over time. And it will take a killer app or a viral hit like the New York Times thing to get that out there. Yeah.
I think that also it could be a curation problem where Steam is doing like all this aggregation of all this content to kind of create an awareness in its kind of larger usership or customers.
Yeah, actually, Steam just announced that they're going to a beta for distributing 360 videos, so that's something to look at.
Just like that's one example of like Apple with its like App Store, all this subsidiary.
My
like,
parents
thing.
don't know what a Steam is.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, Henry.
Vincent, do you want to chime in?
I think once WebVR and once Mozilla's VR platform for a browser really take off, right now I think the biggest problem is that people won't download an app if they won't even follow a bit.ly link that involves 7 characters. You need to make it so easy for people to access that content, and nobody's really done that properly yet.
Yeah.
So I think once you start to see 360 videos, great, but once you start to see browser-based VR content that's interactive, I think it'll be more of a requirement for people to be engaging with hardware, and that's when I think that'll really mature.
You know what?
And actually, on that note, I'm going to move into ethics. In VR, I was watching a special the other day, and this one gamer she had her avatar, and she was harassed by another gamer, and she felt like she was being violated in her own space, even though she was in a virtual environment. Dan, I know you've got some insight on that, but you can take it away.
Yeah, so, I mean, probably most of the people in this room are familiar with the term user experience, or possibly accessibility. There's a lot of new challenges we're going to have to face, so it's important for us all to be thinking about it now, which is how can we make this next evolution of the internet and of gaming and media as inclusive as possible to people of all types and of all body sizes and disabilities and different ways of thinking of things. So that, from my standpoint, working on a game, our biggest concerns had to do with ergonomics and things like nausea. Like how do we make this a comfortable experience? But also how do we make everything readable for whoever's using our experience? Is the text large enough? Is it high enough contrast? And are we using big imagery to communicate what we're trying to do? So there's a lot of questions to be asked, and I think right now we're still trying to formulate what those questions even are, because we're building an entire, we are augmented mutants, every single one of us. Everyone up here is an augmented mutant, and everyone in the audience is an augmented mutant. We all have different genetic code within us, and we all are, accessing the collective consciousness of the internet all throughout the day now. So we've really expanded as a species just in the past 10 years. And so the question is, what are we going to turn into next? And what are the pitfalls involved in that? So I guess maybe this is a question for Keith, but what's your perspective on how we're using VR and AR and like what do we need to be thinking about when it comes to how to make the right decisions that will set us up for the right things in 10 years so we're not damaging the collective consciousness or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk right now in the advertising community about brand responsibility and what content our ads are placed next to. A lot of big time advertisers raised this issue and said, hey, I'm being put next to really bad fake news, or I'm being put next to terrorist content. This really, really bad stuff that YouTube and Facebook, maybe to a lesser extent, wasn't monitoring. And I think, for us as advertisers, it's our responsibility to be responsible for the clients we work with. So we have to ensure that it's a safe and accessible space that we're creating for them. It goes a long way. So I think on the one hand, I think advertisers have opened their eyes up to say that, and brands to say, we need to be in a responsible place, and we need to make sure we're monitoring what's going on in and around our content. So I think, and really like advertisers are part of the ecosystem that can build this up. The money coming in from the advertisers, and if they're pushing responsibility and ethics and monitoring and that kind of thing, I think that goes a long way.
Awesome. Thank you so much for shedding light on that. Chris, I'm going to hand it off to you so you can get the audience engaged. Get a really good idea. So we'll kind of wrap it up with a couple of pitch announcements. So do you want to kind of lead the way?
Yeah, I'm a little tipsy. I forgot to tell you guys about my demo. So you can come check me out in my little drone lounge, all the way at the end of the room, way down there. I have some couple 360 VR demos. We flew a drone through Shanghai, so sort of a virtual tour of Shanghai. Also, a virtual tour of a North Park University here in Chicago, as well as some other content. So stop by and see me all the way down at the other end of the room. With that being said, let's get on to the next part of the night. I just let me see hands of everyone who's never been to a CHIVR before. Oh my goodness!
Wait, what?
So we have a lot of neophytes in the room. That's awesome! Wow. That's overwhelming. All right. So what I want to do, if you're shy, it's understandable, but I want to at random pick a couple people in the room, and only people that have never been to CHIVR before, and I want you to tell us why you're here, how you got into VR, or what interests you in the VR space. So. I'm going to spin the ball. Let's raise those hands again. If you've never been here before.
I got a bit right there. The man with the generous beard.
All right.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Curtis Schmidt. My day job is I'm.
Come on up.
Oh,
Come on up.
It fits too different.
My day job is the lead editor at Curiosity, and my side gig is creating a VR app that will celebrate but also help submarine veterans. So if you want to hear about that, ask me. I'll let you know.
Thank you. Right up there.
Let's see. We got another one. Here you go.
Hi there, my name is Steve Blankman. I am the incoming director of the Master of Public Administration program at the University of Illinois Chicago. I own HTC Vive, have several laptops, and I've seen the usefulness for applications for the public sector. How do I already go to Chi-Hat, how do I incorporate VR and AR into our curriculums? How do we teach the next generation of public servants and public managers how to leverage this technology to improve the public good?
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right here.
All right. We're picking good ones tonight. What you got for us, girlfriend?
Hi, I have the distinct privilege of being the best friend of the wife of this gentleman who came here. So that's how I found out about CHIVR. However, the additional reason that I decided to join or come out tonight is I work for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I'm curious to find out how VR and AR can be utilized to help us with wish experiences, especially for children who are potentially bedridden or potentially may not be able to travel to exotic locations or even sometimes out of state, and how we could possibly engage and work together to develop ways to be able to bring experiences to the children that we serve and or enhance their wish experiences and give them a little insight or put them into it. I like the idea of this layering concept of putting children into.
Look to your right.
Can I just say?
Am I right? Yes. Hi.
You guys should talk.
Can I say thank you to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, because my son actually has had a wish granted. He has cystic fibrosis. He made a wish to do a Disney cruise, so we went down to the Caribbean. It was great. And I've also done some research into how potentially VR can be used in hospitals. I spent a lot of time in hospitals. And I think it's an exciting opportunity. I mean, it's been shown that VR has some preliminary findings, some really good pain mitigation ability to it, because it kind of overrides the sensory input that's coming in. So I think it's very exciting to use VR more in hospitals, and I think as the content gets better, as Make-A-Wish Foundation has things like Disney Cruises and other things to be able to incorporate VR games in there to make it a lot more fun and things, I think that would be fantastic.
Then let's talk. Let's talk. And thank you.
Thank you for sharing. August, you wanted to add someone?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out Henry here. He's got this. Let me just. I'll give you the intro. So Henry and Vivian are here from CHIVR. Oh, hey, how you doing, Banger? They're a new startup. They're from Northwestern University. They've got this awesome tool for developers of in Unity making VR programs. Is there anyone in here making a Unity VR app right now? Okay, we got a few. You need to talk to these guys. They've got this great tool that will help you. It's a third-person camera and all the tools around it. And Henry, come up here and explain a little bit more. But it's so cool. I had to make sure you got it too.
Yeah, thanks, August. So like I said, I'm Henry. This is Vivian. Ellie's in the back in the awesome blue jacket. I haven't seen her yet today. We'll be in the conference room on the left if you want to come by. We're demoing a CHIVR incorporated game from our partner studio in Hong Kong called VRMA, VR Monster Awaken. If you ever like Rampage as a kid, where you break the whole city as a monster, it's a virtual reality version of that, but it's got CHIVR implemented. And so the idea is if you want to come on by, you can activate a recording while you're in game, knock out the city, release your inner Godzilla, and stop the recording. And by the time we kind of just talk to you for 2 minutes, that video will already be on YouTube for you. And we can go ahead and share the link with you, and you can go ahead and start circulating around. And we'll be happy to just continue to show off how our tool works, whether you want to just play a game or whether you're a developer and are curious about how our pipeline works. Right now, we're kind of giving it away for free to our testing developers, and if you drive a huge cost for us, we might ask you to pay like $1 maybe US fees. But yeah, it's a minute to install. It works really great. It's really easy and fun for the players. That's really what it comes down to.
It's really easy for the developers as well.
We thought, looking at the VR industry right now, one of the biggest issues is we all struggle to describe to our grandparents, our parents, our friends what it's like to be in VR when you haven't been in it. And so we wanted to make a really easy tool for you to be in VR and so start sharing videos straight to Facebook so that your friends can get a taste of what it was like for those experiences you just went through. So if you want to come check us out, we're CHIVR, and we're going to be in the conference room. And thanks so much.
Yeah. Thanks, Henry.
CHIVR, not to be confused with
CHIVR. Yeah.
On that note, we are going to wrap up, so thank you everyone for coming here. 2 things, we are looking for video producers as well as photographers, so if you have that skill set and you want to volunteer your time for the next event, come to me and talk to me or to Chris. Also, we are hosting the next CHIVR event at UI Labs in Goose Island. They've got an amazing facility there. They've partnered with NASA. The space is phenomenal. It's going to be June 28th, so come join us. We're always hosting on a Wednesday. And also, we've got our Slack channel.
You can shoot me an email at dan@chivr.org, CHIVR.org. And I will add you to our Slack channel if you want to keep the conversation going.
And also, if you have any suggestions, if you got any ideas or how we can make the CHIVR experience more better, please reach out to us. We have a Meetup page or a Slack channel, and let us know your feedback.
Yeah, thank you to CHIVR, to everybody for putting this event together. We're super excited to unleash you guys onto the space and go try out some awesome VR demos.
Yeah. Have some drinks, enjoy yourself. We're going to wrap it up at 9 o'clock, so go mingle. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.